Hey guys, it's Madison and welcome to another video. Today I'll be doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag, and I'm really excited to do this because I definitely want to share my feelings about some of the books that I don't particularly like, and some books that are popular that I hate, and some books that I love that aren't very popular. So let's just get right into the tag. The first question is a popular book or series that you didn't like. I have two series that could apply to this question. The first one is The Graceling Realm by Kristen Cashore, and the second one is Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. So with Graceling, I had to read the first book, which is called Graceling, in 7th grade for summer reading. I absolutely loved it. It was such a good book, and I just remember looking forward to reading that book. And before then, I did not look forward to reading any of my summer reading books, so that was definitely a big step for me. I even loved it so much that I bought the two other books in the series, Fire and Bitter Blue, and they're way in the back of my bookshelf right now, so I'm not going to take those out. I'm kind of disappointed that I got them because I ended up hating the books. After Graceling, I read Fire. It was just so slow and I couldn't get through it. I eventually did over the course of 5 months or something. I eventually finished it. And then after that, I moved on to Bitter Blue, hoping that it would be better because people have said to me that Bitter Blue is the best book in that trilogy. But I ended up DNFing Bitter Blue, the first book and the only book that I've DNF'd. A lot of the people that I know, they love that series, but unfortunately, I don't like it that much. And then with Ash Princess, so I was really excited to read this series because of Jesse the Reader's video where he read the entire trilogy in 24 hours. So after I saw that, I was very excited to start reading the series. And the first book, it was pretty good. Just a solid start to a fantasy series. But then the last two books in the series, they went way downhill. And I feel like it was just a lot of wasted potential in that the books could have been so much better. And I know that people love this series so much, but for me, it just wasn't it. The next question is a popular book or series that everyone seems to hate but you love. This series is The Program by Suzanne Young. So I love this series. It was actually featured in my video that I did of my favorite series of all time. The link will be somewhere down below and I'll link it in the cards. I distinctly remember going to my school library in 8th grade, I'd like to say, and just asking the librarians there when the last book would arrive. I remember the librarian looking at the book that I was reading and just giving me the side eye, like, what are you reading? I don't know if she read it and she didn't like it, or she just has like these thoughts about the book without even reading it. And it is a very weird topic that this book discusses. It's about where suicide is an epidemic. It is definitely not for the faint of heart, but I really love it, and I was really disappointed when the librarian, she said, oh, you're reading that? Or, oh, you like that? I was just like, yeah. And she just was like, no, that series is so bad. And I don't know, that's probably the only time that I've really experienced someone disliking a series or a book that I really love. I have also not read that many books. I know it's very silly to say that I haven't read that many books. I've read over 100 books so far this year, but I really need to read more of the popular books. You know, like, I'm almost done with the Throne of Glass series, and then after that I want to start ACOTAR. I feel like I just need to read more of these popular series. The next question is an OTP in a book that you don't like. For me, this is in the Throne of Glass series, and I haven't finished the series yet, so this OTP is kind of in Queen of Shadows, and then Heir of Fire, and Empire of Storms. So if you haven't read any of those books, probably shouldn't watch this section of the video. Skip to this timestamp and you'll be spoiler free. But from here until that time, I'll be discussing spoilers for Throne of Glass. And also, just to say, I haven't finished the series yet, so please do not put any spoilers in the comments or anything. But anyway, back to this. I don't even know how to start. There's this character that Aelin meets in Heir of Fire. I was like, okay, great. It said that they're very distant siblings, or not siblings, but very distant relatives, and then all of a sudden they started getting in a relationship. And I was like, what? This one, they're actually descendants from one person a long time ago, and I know that everyone on this earth has probably descended from the same people, but it's just a weird concept for me. I don't know why, and also I just don't like them together. So I just don't have the same feelings towards their relationship as I do towards other people in the series. Yeah. And I have nothing against them, but their relationship just doesn't mesh well with me. I don't know why, it's just the way that I am, and I don't really like them. In Tower of Dawn, that's the book that I'm reading right now, I absolutely love the relationships that are developing, and oh my god, I love it. And I have such a different reaction towards Aelin and Rowan than towards Chaol and his love interest. So yeah, that's why I can tell I love Chaol's relationship a lot better than Aelin's relationship right now. I don't know, that's just the way I am. So I'm done discussing spoilers for the Throne of Glass series right now, but I just wanted to make a special announcement because I will be doing a readathon for Kingdom of Ash. This has kind of been on my mind for the past couple of days, and I just want to finish the series before I start my summer reading, and my school starts in about 3 weeks. So I just want to get my summer reading out of the way, but I also really want to finish this book. And it is huge. It is almost 1,000 pages long, and just from holding it up, my arm is hurting a little bit. So yeah, but I'm planning on reading this in one day. I don't know what time I'm going to do it, but within the span of 24 hours, so I may start at noon on one day and then go to noon the next day, or I could start at midnight and end at midnight. I'm not sure, I haven't really decided that yet, but I've marked out 16 sections in this book so that I've allowed 8 hours of my time to sleep and do whatever I want to do, I guess. Just as long as I'm reading for 16 hours, then I can finish this book in time. Each section is about 60 pages long, so if I read 60 pages every hour for 16 hours, then I should be fine. In my reading speed right now, it is almost 100 pages an hour, so I'm pretty sure I'll be fine with this, and this is a really big challenge, but I think I can do it, so stay tuned for that video, and it'll definitely be an interesting trip. The next question is a popular book or genre that you hardly reach for. For me, this genre is classics. So I've had a tough relationship with classics for as long as I can remember. I just don't like them. The writing style is super weird, and I don't know. So I picked up Emma during the reading rush, and I actually finished it, but it wasn't my favorite book of all time. It was actually really boring. I rated it 2 out of 5 stars, and I think I just should come to the fact where if I want to read a classic for fun, I may wanna steer away from that because it doesn't give me that much joy, and there are so many other fantasies and mysteries for me to read. And I should just stick to reading classics for when I actually need to read them for school. The next question is a popular or beloved character that you hate. So this character is from 1984 by George Orwell. So I read this book last summer for summer reading, and I didn't like it that much. It was probably one of my least favorite books of the year, and the main character in this book, I think his name is Winston. I did not like him one bit. He was just, I don't know why, but I just remember not liking him, and still to this day, I do not like him. Just the thought of him kind of repulses me. And just the main thing that I remember is hating Winston, and then the story in general. I know that's kind of bad to say, but this is another more modern classic book since it came out in the 19th century, I'm pretty sure, or the 20th century, so yeah. But I had to read this for school. Definitely wouldn't read it on my own. It is so boring, and yeah. The next question is a popular author you can't seem to get into. So at the end of 2019, I picked up The Passenger duology by Alexandra Bracken. It's Passenger and then Wayfarer, Wayfarer, I don't really know. I kind of liked the first book. It was okay, but then once I started the second book, I was like, okay, this is so boring. So I just speed read through the entire book, and I didn't really get anything out of it. Honestly, it was just really boring. I did not like it one bit, and her other series, The Darkest Minds, has been on my TBR for, like, when I started my Goodreads account back in 2018. I feel like my experience with The Passenger duology may steer me away from reading The Darkest Minds, but hopefully if I give myself enough of a break, away from Alexandra Bracken, then I may like The Darkest Minds. I know that there's a movie or a TV show about the book, so I really hope I can get into the series, but it's not one of my high priority books, so I don't know if I'll ever read it. The next question is a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. I don't like the enemies to lovers trope. It is so overused and I don't know, it's just not that good. So some of the series that I've read that include enemies to lovers trope, it's the Luck series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, Paper Princess by Erin Watt, and then Throne of Glass, of course. It's just so overused and I just don't like it. This trope may be another reason why I don't like the OTP that I mentioned before from Throne of Glass. The next question is a popular book series that you will not read. I have no interest in reading To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. I know that the series is widely known around the booktube community and there are even 2 movies based on the first 2 books, and I've watched both of them, and since I've watched both the movies, I don't feel like I have to read the books, which I know that's the greatest sin in booktube, but whatever. It's okay. I just have no interest in reading the books now. And also, it's not the typical book that I would like to read. I rarely ever read YA contemporary books, and I feel like I could get a lot more out of fantasies and mysteries, like I said earlier. And the last question is there a movie adaptation that you like better than the original book? So a couple days ago, I actually watched the 2020 movie adaptation of Emma by Jane Austen, and I loved it. It was so funny, and I just love it so much better than the book. And I don't know if it was just because the book felt so long and the wording was so different from what I normally read that I just couldn't get into the story, but I just love the movie so much more than the book. And if you haven't watched the latest Emma movie, I highly recommend that you do because it is so funny and really entertaining. That is it for the unpopular book opinions tag. The original videos will be linked in the description so you can go check those out. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. And don't forget about my 24-hour reading vlog of Kingdom of Ash. So I am really excited for this, and I hope you are too. It's definitely a big book, and the pages are super thin, but I'm excited to read this and just see how this series finishes. That is all I have for today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.